Hello, good evening, noswaith dda, as we say in Wales. Farmer Ben here, once again, with the outrageous and offensive British accent, which I know many people find deeply, deeply disturbing. The little lazy wavy men who, there's one on the stairs, he continues to annoy me. The usual things which I generally include in most of my videos. Now, this video, I have to say, is mainly directed to a YouTuber called Cypres. So, hi Cypres. Cypres asked me to do a video showing a series of war attacks. And I'm not going to lie, the first thing that went through my head was, oh no, war, no. The reason that this has gone through my head is not particularly because I dislike wars. I actually do quite enjoy wars. When they say war, good God, y'all, what is it good for? Absolutely. Actually, it is quite good for a few things, particularly the war chest. I've only just collected my war chest, as you can probably see if I go into this. There we are. I've got the war chest on the last one, so I have nothing in my war chest at the moment. But the last war chest was all right. If you do 100% participation, you always get 2 4-star at least Ascension items and some other bits, which was all very, very nice. So yeah, war. Good God, y'all, what is it good for? Ascension items every month, roughly. It's not as catchy. I'll admit, it needs work on it, that song. Anyway, so in my base, just to give you a quick update, my next video originally I was planning to do one on the titanium shield. So you'll see here in my Craft Hunter's Lodge, I've started to produce titanium shields at last. So I have 3 titanium shields here. The titanium shield, here it is. I can build more. I'm not going to build more right now, but they will be ready for the next video. I'm not doing a video about them right at this precise moment in time, largely because let's go to season 1 so I can demonstrate this. There's no Titan at the moment. The Titan has been slain. In fact, I got the finishing hit, which was quite nice. I don't often get that. So, the Titan is slain. I smote his ruin on the mountainside, etc., etc. Usual stuff. Anyway, so the Titan is dead. And without a Titan, it would be like, I could show them a titanium shield against 8-7 and a bit of farming. Nah, ain't going there. Anyway, right, I've put it off for long enough. Let's go on to the war. So the reason my thing, I do like wars. I'm not going to lie, I do like wars. I like the way they work. I like the way they can bring your alliance together. You will talk about what you're doing. You communicate. You go together. They're good. I do like wars. The only thing with me is I just seem to have had an awful lot of I'm going to say bad luck. I mean, that may be overstating it. It may just simply be that I haven't been very good at wars. Recently, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's me being unrealistic. Maybe I'm just not very good at wars. I don't know what it is. I like to think I'm pretty good at raids. Raids are one of my sort of favourite areas of the game, but there's just something about wars which has just not been going my way recently. And I suspect it's I don't know, I like to think it's bad luck. Anyway, let's have a very quick review of where we are. So my alliance, here we are. You'll see my defence team currently is holding up. I don't know if anybody's attacked me yet. I haven't actually really looked through these things. Now, my alliance have recently changed. We've moved from being blue tanks to yellow tanks. And as you can see, some players are still on blue tanks. So this is our first war where we've tried to swap to yellow tanks. And 1 or 2 people are just not quite onto those yellow tanks. So that is something that will come to us in time. Now, my war defence team, because we've gone with a yellow tank, after a bit of a discussion within my alliance, I went with Justice. So I have got Justice, I have got, this is my team, let's click on my info. Justice as a tank. Justice is, he's a reasonable tank. The downside with him is he's quite slow. His mana is slow, which makes him a bit rubbish. But then I kind of figured that actually, if by all the teams, well, I say all the teams, a lot of teams now, we coordinate our tank colour. As we are all yellow, they will run out of purple heroes, which means that Justice has a reasonable chance to charge his special skill. Maybe not on the first round of attacks, but second, third rounds, he's going to be pretty dangerous, and he blinds everyone, and he's pretty good all rounder. Demisha next to him, I always like to put one of the opposite colour next to my tank. So if I've got a yellow tank, I put purple. If I've got a red, I put a green, and so on and so forth. I've gone 3 snipers because I like snipers. They're my kind of hero. And Kirill as the healer. I would always advocate having a healer in a war team or you will always give away points. Nobody will ever get 0 against you if you have no what do you call it? If you've got no healer, somebody might get Oh, hang on, what am I trying to say? Sorry, yeah. If you don't have a healer. Sorry, if you don't have a healer, the enemy will attack you, and they are guaranteed at least 1 point from basically every attack. Whereas if you've got a healer, you can get them to score 0 points because your healer can undo all of the damage that has been done to them. Now you'll see here that one of the players, I'm going to call him Numbunk, is just attacking my teammate Mr. Doyle McPoyle. I suspected, given the amount of energy Mr. McPoyle had left, that was never going to go very well for him. So you'll see that our alliance, we're fighting a Russian alliance with a little red face. I'm not going to pronounce the name. And you'll see that their team leader here is this fella. Now, I normally go for the team leader. Now, the team leader has gone down that route, which I was just talking about, whereby you have, if I click on enemy info, you've got a yellow flanked by 2 purples. It's quite a nice technique. It's one I do like. It means that if you colour stack against the tanks, you are then automatically weak against heroes either side of them, which is quite good. Now, the first thing I'm noticing about this team, so they've gone 2 snipers, both quite good ones, Magni and Mariana, or Mariana, I'm not sure how you should pronounce that. You've got this fella, new state of elements, yeah, he's a regenerator, Aaron. You've got Bruce Lee here in the centre, Bruce Lee. Always quite dangerous. Little sword, etc. And Boss Wolf, who also does the he does he not? Yeah, he does counterattack. Yeah, we are. So he does the perfect riposte and various other things. Now, what that says to me is I'm probably going to want a couple of debuffers. Now, for a couple of debuffers, I am going to go for I've got Domitia. Now, Domitia is my best hero, which is why I say use her against my enemy's leader. I do like attacking the enemy leader. I think it's something which it makes me feel big, but whether or not it's right. Now, in terms of heroes, now I am going to go for 3 purples. Now you'll see that I've got quite a deep bench, which is quite nice. It's nice to have a deep bench, as it were, a decent range of heroes to throw at them. Am I going to go with 3 purples? If I do, now I'm thinking I don't want another debuffer, and I don't want 2 purple debuffers, because then that leaves me very vulnerable further on in the game. I could go with Mr. Tibertus here. Tibertus as a shield down guy. I don't like to put in Cyprian. Just trying to think who I'm up against. No, I'm going to say no to Cyprian on this one. I'm going to hang on to him. So you've got to kind of think it through, who you're going to take. And because yellows are going to be weakest against basically the whole range of... Oh, hello, sorry, that's not where I wanted to put him. It doesn't actually matter, of course, where you put people when you are the attacker. It doesn't matter as much. I could go with Oberkhan. Oberkhan. Who am I facing? No, I'm going to save Oberkhan for now. I'm going to go for Tibertus. So you'll see I've got 3-7-2-1 team power. I am going, by and large, I prefer on raids to have fast mana troops. So I've got my fast mana troops involved. The enemy info shows that their team power is 4167. Aaron will be, well, I mean, they're all quite dangerous in their own way. But it's quite heavily stacked. So now heavily stacking obviously will make it harder for me later on because I'll have less purples. And if the screen goes against me, I have no chance. But then I'm punching like 500 points above my weight anyway. So there is always that factor. Intriguing. Now, as always with any raid, I like to start with a combo. A combo, even if it's not a particularly special one, is worth going for. Now, the beauty of triple colour stacking with powerful heroes is what you've just seen there, is that it took 6 tiles to knock out their tank. Now, beating tanks is a good thing, generally speaking. Take out the tank, the rest of the team becomes a little bit open, as it were, a bit open to being destroyed. Now, I am thinking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Proteus's attack to stop the boss wolf. So the boss wolf is no longer as much of a threat as he was, because he won't go off very quickly. I will then finish off Aeron with some yellow, with those couple of yellow tiles there. Now I'm going to hold on to Gandalf, Melindor, sorry, yeah, not Gandalf. I couldn't think of his name. Gandalf for a moment, because I think Gandalf, Melindor, Gandalf. Oh, if I just call him Gandalf, you know what I mean. I don't want to use him yet. I would rather hold his fire. Now you'll see, because of Proteus, neither of those two heroes over yonder, my enemies, are gaining any mana, which is lovely. I do love Proteus for that. Proteus, Season 2 hero, he was one of those ones that I got and was very glad to get. Sometimes even I have luck getting heroes from summons. Not very often. I do have a terrible record if anybody's ever watched any of my summoning videos, but on this particular occasion it paid off. I got Proteus and he has been a real asset to me. Don't like this revive skill when it's one I'm fighting against. I hope my opponents agree when they actually fight my heroes over. Oh, what happened to him? Oh, he must have had damage over time. You'd think dying would get rid of damage over time, but there we go. So a nice tidy win over the enemy team leader, which is always a positive start. So I like to attack the team leader because I think it is a valuable point to them to say, look at me, be afraid, enemy team. Now, the rest of their team, well, core blimey, governor, what do you say? There are a lot of dangerous teams out there. Now, to me, Molise, is it Molise? Yeah, they look like the weakest player on the enemy team. So what I will probably do is I'll put a little announcement to my team, and I will say Molise looks vulnerable. Now, I'm not going to go for Molise myself. Molise looks a bit weak. Anyone needs a target. So this is where we talk about communications and things coming in. So I'm just saying to them, hello, I don't want to leave it. My Milos looks a bit weak if anyone needs a target. So that'll just alert people to the fact that he is not a very strong. His team is not very strong, and most of the other teams are quite a lot stronger than his. You know, he has only got 4 stars, whereas everybody else has got at least a few 5 stars at a glance. Now, I'm looking for somebody else to attack. I am thinking. Oh, no, I don't like. Actually, no. This is who I'm going for. I'm going for this player up here. I'm going to call them 3 men. I don't think that's probably how you would pronounce that, but I'm going to call them 3 men. Now, the first thing I spotted about 3 men, and the reason why I have chosen them, is because when I click onto them, let's go back to their enemy info. Enemy info for 3 men. You'll see they've got 3 heroes who are like hit all heroes and do blinding damage and do damage over turns. Sorry, do like have a status ailment. So that's Sania and Justice. They also have what's her name, Lady Locke, who does damage over turns. They have Karan, who hits everyone. So what I'm going to go for is a slightly unusual team. Now, I often do my rebound guys in one go. I do like my rebound guys, but I'm going to go for a rebound guy here. And I am still going to go with... go away, Thorn. 3 purples. So I'm going with 3 purples to give me that extra punch against their tank. I am going to go with Kirill as well. Now that's a controversial choice, but I'm going to go with Kirill and I'm going to go for that. So I've gone for a few healers. Now Kirill is going to want a fast mana guy, as is what's his face here. So again, personally I like fast mana guys in raids, as I say. Oh, my Wi-Fi! Don't play me up my Wi-Fi before I even hit go. I'm going to have to sort out my Wi-Fi. Oh, there we go. It's picked up. Stupid Wi-Fi. So I've gone again with a triple purple team. Now I've obviously got quite a deep bench. I can do this. There's not, it's not everyone has this luxury. I'm not going to I'm not going to lie, it's taken me a long time to build up the bench that I have. I was hoping for that. So the yellow then triggers a purple combo. The purple combo means Justice is doomed. You will see then, boom, this is one where the screen has given me a sort of huge head start. It is a worthy head start, and one I would hopefully exploit. It doesn't mean I will, because you can see there's not that many purple tiles left on the screen, but then that isn't necessarily such a big problem. You'll see Rigard, I'm holding off on Rigard for now, as my heroes are weak-ish, but they don't need much more. I will now try and finish off Lady Locke, because once Lady Locke is dead, basically, that's it, their team are done. There we are. So this will be another ace spam. There we go. Now, Cyprian, who is one of my favourite perfect riposte heroes, he was quite useful in raids when you're facing powerful opponents. I'm pretty sure these guys were more powerful than me. There's no point in using Cyprian or what's his name, because Sabina's just about to go off. There we go, Sabina gets rid of the perfect riposte. I'll put it back up. Thank you very much. Just getting Leonidas up to power. Leonidas ready to go. It's just me versus Sabina, so this is a guaranteed win now. Well, I said guaranteed win. I imagine if I really tried, I could probably lose, but I'm not going to really try to lose. And there we are. Sabina dies a horrible, horrible death. Oh, she's still standing. God. There you go. Oh, and her attack power is up again. Well, there we go. That'll do her a lot of good. If she'd actually hit one of my heroes with a perfect riposte, she would have killed herself. But there we go. So that's out of the way. A tidy victory against 3 men there. Again, the screen was on my side. I'm not going to lie on that one. The screen was on my side. That is the kind of luck that has been missing for me for wars for quite some time. Now, I am not going to go for... Malise is dead. Look, Milos. Sorry, I said Milos and it's Malise. So somebody's finished them off, which is good, because I looked at them and thought, well, they're pretty weak. Now, I still have reasonably strong teams to play with. So, who do I go for? Well, there's quite a lot of them have gone with yellow and purples on either side, aren't there? Just thinking that. So, let's see, if I just hit find opponent, who do I get? 3918. I'm not sure. Oh, they've got... Yeah, okay, let's go with Polymath. I've just hit... there's no particular reason. Sometimes on wars I find it hard to choose opponents. I don't know. Some teams I think have different strategies and talk about it a bit more. I'm not going for that. And we don't. We tend to let people choose their own targets. We just encourage them to think about their team power. And like I did with Malise there, or Milos, whichever it was, don't take a massively powerful team to smash up an enemy team that's a lot weaker than you. Look for a team that's going to be a challenge. Now, on this one, I am going to start moving away from having quite so many purples. Now, the reason I'm doing that is basically because I'm beginning to run out of purples, which is always going to be a factor on these things. Now, I do have, like I say, I do have quite a deep sort of bench, but I'll need some purples for the second half of the war. I really want to have 1 purple at minimum. Now I could go, now this isn't actually necessarily the team I'm going to take, because I want to actually look at who I'm up against. Let's see. Now, the most dangerous player, most dangerous hero in many ways on this team is Alberich. Here he is. He's a nightmare. Best kill him fairly quick. What's his face down the middle there? He's quite nasty with his blinding thing. I don't have anybody else who can remove blinding ailments. They've got 2 weakeners. And what does this guy do? I can't remember. He's got perfect riposte. There's quite a nasty team, actually. Perfect riposte for nearby allies. Cast a counter. Oh, he just cast a counter attack, so it's only 1 perfect riposte on himself. In which case, actually, I am going to take, because a lot of them put my shields down, I'm going to take Kirill. Now, I do have a spare Kirill, for I'm crazy and collect Kirills. I can't say I collect Kirills, it's not strictly true. Kirill, incidentally, very, very nice hero all around. Very nice hero all around. Now, I am going to take Kirill. Am I going to keep Sabina? I'm going to drop, what's his name, Thingy Bob Majim out of there. Sabina. Did they actually have a... Do they have a healer? Oh, they've got... well, their healer in a way is Alberich, which is interesting. Now, Alberich, as I say, worries me. Never a favourite of mine. I'm not going to take somebody who stops healing against Alberich. I need snipers, really. So I'm going to look at my sniping options. Snipers, do I want to... No, I've got a shield down person. Alberich always worries me, so I'm going to take Chow, and I am going to take another sniper. Well, I don't want to go blue again, because I never... If I go with 4 of one colour, it generally goes badly for me. So I could take Cademon, perhaps. You see, Kirill is my booster and general looker after guy. Well, I probably do want a debuffer, so I will go with Cademon, because a debuffer is going to be handy if what's his name with perfect possible bounce back thing goes off. Now, as before, I will try and have best heroes with the quickest mana things. I like... See, in raids, I prefer mana to critical attacks. So you'll see that there I opted for mana over critical attacks, so Thorn and Kirill will be a bit quicker. I find special attacks are so much more important in raids than anything else. Can we attack them? Can we actually... no, what's going on? How did I do that? I must press the wrong button. In fact, it took ages sorting that out, and then I can't even remember who I was taking now. So this is another important message. Don't have clumsy thumbs. My huge fat thumbs apparently not up to the task. I'm going to hope that I've got the same team I had before. If I don't, then well, it's just my own fault for having big fat thumbs. It's ironic really, because I'm actually a very skinny person, so I don't have much in the way of thumbs. But I do seem to be all thumbs some of the time. So let's go. There we go. Bum 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 bum. No, oh, don't, no, not that. There we go. Right, so fast mana heroes, fast mana troops, sorry, and we're off. And, I forgot to put on my war face. Can't believe I forgot to put on my war face. So you'll see I'm wearing the bat face. My war face is the snowman face. Polymath. Let me see. Oh, I presumably had a purple before. Did I have purple? Did I just say, no, I'm not going to do purple this time? Maybe I did. I'm just looking at the screen. Not going to be a kindly screen, is it? Not going to be a kindly screen at all. So I always recommend take a bit of time to look at the screen at the start. You never quite know where it'll take you. Don't rush to make a move, because you've got plenty of time on a raid. I know you've got like a 10-minute limit or something like that, but like you're actually playing most of the time, that's not going to affect you too badly. You'll see that this screen is not my friend, and that is definitely the case. But it may become my friend with a little bit of kind luck. Now you'll see this won't... If this was for like purple tiles, that probably would finish off Bruce Lee there, but it wasn't. Oh, you've killed my healer, darn you. Curse you, 1,000 curses upon your house. I hate it when that happens. Still, never mind. Ooh, it's not good. No good, you're killing my heroes. You think I'm scared now? Well, actually, yeah, no, to be fair, it's not going very well, this is it. But either way, we are slowly making a bit of progress. You'll notice I haven't actually targeted Alberich. The reason I haven't necessarily sort of gone crazy on the hitting Alberich front is I have a suspicion I'm going to end up running away before this tournament is through. I don't think I'm going to win. Now, Alberich's mana at the moment is fairly low. So what I will do is I'll finish off Mr. Tibertus. Now, the best... Excuse me. Oh, gosh, my voice is going. Best thing I can hope for here is to get some blue tiles together to hit Alberich and kill him off. It may happen with... No, it's probably not going to happen. I'm very conscious that if Alberich goes off, he may undo all of the hard work that I've done. Oh, that was a stupid move. So far on this, and this is what I was afraid of. I've set Alberich off, and now suddenly I've got all these heroes alive in the middle that were dead. I should have hit runaway when I had the chance, and I didn't, and now I've got to kill them again. Luckily, I had the screen to kill them again, which was kind of nice. Now, ooh, that was mean. Tommy, Tomo, Bob, whatever your name is. I suspect... Oh yeah, this is going to end here because he's about to die. He will die on the next stroke, so I'm not going to end up worse off than I did before. Not an awful attack. I could have, with a slightly better screen, maybe I could have scraped a win there. It's annoying, just didn't quite get the screens I was hoping for. But either way, it's left their team very much weakened for the rest of my alliance to finish off. And that's the point with the Alliance Wars. It is a team game. So there we are. So, yeah, nothing too much to worry about. I suspect they were pretty reasonable attacks, so I'm not too worried. You'll see, oh, look at that, my alliance are doing very well. I've got Kartok, Sybil, Hairy One, who are all doing better than me, which is good to see. Good to see plenty of people doing a lot better than me in my alliance. In fact, my alliance hold a lot of the top slots. So hopefully that will pay dividends in the rest of the tournament, in the rest of the battle. So we shall see. It's going to be 2 hours before I can attack again. I probably will do the rest of my attacks tonight, but I won't do a video about it because, to be honest with you, I'm getting tired. And like I say, things never seem to get quite the screens that I get some of the rest of the time on Alliance Wars, though I can't complain about the screens there particularly. Even the third one I didn't win, the screens weren't particularly awful. It was just always going to be a bit of an uphill struggle when I can't colour stack against the tank as much as I would like to. Anyway, so that remains for me to be saying good night. It has been a pleasure. It's been emotional. May death come swiftly to your enemies. Remember to click subscribe, click like, click like, click subscribe, click that little bell icon which shows when I've got a new video out. And if you would like me to do a video, like Cypress said, can I do one on an Alliance War? By all means, make the comment. I will try and keep my clientele happy, for I am a very generous and kind man. Beneath this bitter and twisted veneer I project to the outside world. Anyway, take care. Farmer Ben saying peace out. Good night, all. Bye.